welcome back to my channel. I have an experience to share with you guys. So recently I won a giveaway from Lizzie on What Would Lizzie Do from YouTube. She did a giveaway on a app called Yap'em, and I was one of the winners. So thank you so much, Lizzie, for choosing me as one of your winners. I won a $250 gift certificate. So anyways, as I was saying, the $250 gift certificate, I got to split up between different stores on Yap'em. If you have not checked out Yap'em, definitely go check it out. It's an app where you can promote and review products and earn coins and credit. And when you get to a certain amount of credit, you can redeem for a gift card. Anyways, so I won and I redeemed $100 off of my winnings to Sephora. I went to Sephora today to purchase 2 items that I've been dying to get, but I didn't want to spend my own money. So I ended up using my winnings for my giveaway. And the giveaway that I won, obviously, not the one that I was hosting. Anyways, so I ended up picking up the Perricone MD No Foundation, which is in the darker shade. They have 2. It comes with a pump. So I ended up picking that up because it was $70, and then I picked up the Better Than Sex mascara because I am in love with the Better Than Sex mascara. I have this trial size, and I just love how my lashes turn out with it. So I ended up picking up full size of that. Anyways, so I walk in there knowing what I want. This girl who is one of the employees, I asked her, I said, you know, I'm looking for the Perricone MD foundation, No Foundation, can you help me find it? So she leads me to there. There's 2 different shades. So there's a fair shade that's really, really light, and then there's a little bit darker shade that more olivey skin tones can use. So I said to her, I said, you know, I need the darker shade. She goes, okay. I said, all right. So she picks up one, and I said, are you sure that's the right shade? She goes, you can't even tell that what shade is in here. And I said, well, can you make sure that I have the right shade? Because the Sephora that I have to go to, I have to drive like 45 minutes to, so that's like over 35 kilometers, and I don't want to have to come back to change the shade. So she's like, oh no, I know that this is it. I'm like, all right. So paid for it, left, got home, opened up the foundation, and saw that the foundation was in fact wrong. It had No Foundation fair on it. So I'm not the fair one. I'm the one that has nothing on it because that's the darker one. And I was so upset that this woman did not properly look at the box before she assumed that it was my shade. I was furious. And I don't know about you ladies, but I had to drive all the way back to pick up the right color because that was the only Sephora that had this product where I purchased it. So I had to drive all the way back to get the right foundation. I was furious. So furious. First of all, it's a Friday. Second of all, it's my only day off. Like, I don't want to be having to drive back and forth. You should know what you're giving your customer based on what she asked for the first time around. Like, I was so upset. So I get there, and first of all, I called them, and they didn't even answer. I had to leave a voicemail. I left a voicemail, and I said, listen, I was given the wrong foundation shade, and now I have to drive all the way back from where I live to get the right one. So I left them my phone number. They never called me. I finally get there because I had to go back, and I said, you know, I came in here this morning. I purchased a foundation. The girl who was helping me, and I pointed her out because I knew who she was and where she was in the store. I said, she gave me the wrong foundation shade when I specifically asked her to make sure that I got the one that I was asking for. And they were like, oh, I'm so sorry, you know, we can definitely change it for you. And I said, okay. And I said, and what are you going to do about the gas money that I had to spend to drive all the way back here from where I live to get it exchanged when this could have been avoided? And the lady looks at me and goes, "Oh, would you like a free makeover?" A what? A free makeover. I said to myself, I have a beauty channel and I do makeup looks all the time for my channel. I don't personally think a makeover is going to help rectify that I had to drive all the way back here 45 minutes to pick up the right color foundation. That's 45 minutes one way and then 45 minutes back. Like, that's an hour and a half of my gas that I have to waste. She's like, well, what do you want? And I said, I would like some samples. Like, I'm a customer. I'm upset at the fact that I had to go out of my way because your employee doesn't know how to do her job the first time. I would appreciate that, you compensate me in some way. I don't care if it's a gift card. I don't care if it's a bunch of samples for me to try. At least provide me something that shows that, you apologize for the inconvenience. Like, am I being a little too harsh here? Because, I've worked in retail too, and, the main priority when you work in retail is that you ensure that your customer is happy. And this woman, who was the manager, just didn't think that I needed to be satisfied, which I think is ridiculous. Is it just me, ladies? Like, am I the only one that sees this as an issue with the lack of customer service that some girls at Sephora has? Like, comment down below if you had any situations that you had come across that, you found that were a little bit inconvenient for you. I mean, I don't live down the street from a Sephora. I have to take an hour and a half out of my day to drive there and back. And that's a lot of gas. And gas nowadays doesn't cost 20 cents a liter like it used to. So, yeah, like, it cost me money to go back there, a round trip, and it's like they don't care of the inconvenience they're putting their customer. In the end, I did get a bunch of skincare masks, and I did get 2 free sample mascaras. So, she did accommodate me. But it was like I had to negotiate with her on the fact that I deserved those amenities because of the inconvenience that I was put through. And I just find that really ridiculous that a Sephora customer service wouldn't even pop out of, like, right away, wouldn't even agree to, compensating me for that kind of inconvenience. Maybe I'm overreacting, but I've been in the retail business. I've worked in the retail business from when I was in high school. I currently work with retail customers right now in my job in a different sort of way. In the end, it's about customer service, and I found that their customer service wasn't the greatest. And what's funny is that, like, I buy at Sephora all the time, and they see that I'm a VIB Rouge status. Not that I'm flaunting anything or how much I spend, but like, have a little bit of what's the word I'm looking for? Have a little bit of some sort of empathy or compassion that, you put me out of my way. Like, these girls were completely rude and disrespectful, and, oh, well, we're not going to give you anything. I had to get the manager involved in order for her to give me my samples. Like, they're samples. Give it a rest. It's not a big deal. You can give them to your customers. That's what they're there for. Hello? I don't know. This is me venting to you, ladies, because I see you guys, my friends, and I like to connect with you guys. Please share down below what you think or what you've experienced maybe in the past, if you've come across something like this that was a little bit disappointing. In the end, I did get the samples, and that's fine, but I just thought that the treatment that the girls gave were a little bit out of line. Like, you're there to serve your customer, you're there to satisfy and keep them happy. I don't understand why you would get all stingy on samples. Like, it involved the manager it got to the point where I had to get the manager involved. Like, you should have more customer service. And I'm sure that any woman out there who had to drive 45 minutes one way to go back and get the right shade would be totally furious at the fact that they had to waste their time, especially when they asked the girl 3 times when she first got the foundation that, if are you sure this is the right one I need, because the one that I need is the darker shade. Oh yes, it's dark, she says. She didn't even read the box. And she didn't even give me a chance to read the box because she held the box all the way to the cash and she checked me out. So how was I supposed to know? And this is definitely a lesson learned for me, because from now on, before I even leave the mall, I'm gonna make sure that all my cosmetics that I purchase at a Sephora, even at a Nacc, I'm always gonna make sure that they're the right shade before I leave, because that is just horrendous. So horrendous. And that is my rant for today. So I thought I'd share you guys that experience with you, because, you know, I thought that maybe you guys have, you know, experienced something similar. I don't know. But I thought that it was really ridiculous, especially because, you know, Sephora I go into all the time. I spend money in there all the time. I thought that, you know, the girls would be a little bit more customer service friendly, and, you know, it was definitely not. And I was so disappointed. So disappointed. And I think that's why I like to buy my my products on the online Sephora, because it's just so much easier to deal with. You know the shade that you need, especially if you test it in store first, and then you're done with it. You order online, it comes to your door. You don't have to deal with anybody. Like I said, share your experiences down below. I'd love to know what you guys have experienced. And that's all. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, everybody. Mwah.